Here is the 2022 BMW 4 Series Gran Coupe. Now, for the Canadian marketplace, BMW only introduced these cars in one package or more of an edition. So these are individual edition M440 Gran Coupes. Now, there is no 430 Gran Coupe at the moment. They only released them for the M440 with the 6-cylinder engine. Now I know down in the States they got both the 430 and the M440. In Canada it's a little different. We don't have the normal ordering guide that you would get with a base MSRP. You can choose your paints, you can choose your packages. The only option is for these M440s, Gran Coupes, individual editions. Now these individual editions are pretty much fully loaded. A little while ago I made a video on the product bulletin highlighting what it was going to be in the vehicles, and now they have finally arrived. If you want to check out the bulletin for the full details, full package breakdowns, everything like that, just click the link up at the top of the screen here and you'll go over to that video. I'll also leave it down in the comments down below or the video description. Now these individual M440 Gran Coupes are pretty unique. There's not many paint options that you can get with them. There's only 4 options. I have 2 of them here, Dravit Gray and Mineral White. The other 2 are going to be your Black Sapphire Metallic and the Tanzanite Blue. You do not get the normal palette with the San Marino Green or anything like that for these individual packages. Now you also are going to get only 2 interior options. You either have the black Vernasca Leather with the blue contrast stitching, or you have the Tacora red Vernasca Leather. So you have the choice of 4 colors, Dravit Gray, white, black, or blue, and 2 interior choices between black and red. Now Tanzanite Blue exterior will only be paired with the black interior. You will not find a Tanzanite Blue with the red interior. Besides that coloring, the only other options that you're going to be able to get on them is whether you have laser light headlights or not laser light headlights. The individual package is set, so you have these beautiful 20-inch wheels for the vehicle, and it's basically fully loaded. What would pretty much be premium enhanced package plus all of these standalone features like the wireless charging tray, something that is currently restricted on all the 3 Series, the normal 4 Series, even the going up into the X5s and the X3, they're also restricted, but they're available and in part of the individual edition package, which is pretty interesting. Now one thing that I did notice that's not in that package is going to be your active stop and go cruise control with traffic jam assistance. So advanced driver's assistance package is not part of the individual package. So it's basically everything else besides that individual package, and some of them you'll find has that laser light option. Now what I'm going to do for you guys is I'm going to hop behind the camera. I'm going to give you guys a walk around of the vehicle, everything that I noticed for the vehicle that's different from the last model year, things that have now become standard features, plus stuff that's part of that individual package. I'm going to highlight all that stuff for you so you guys have a good in-depth look at these individual edition M440 Gran Coupes. Before I hop behind the camera, make sure you guys absolutely smash that like button, as it does help my channel grow, helps this video get out there to other BMW enthusiasts. Make sure to drop a subscribe down the channel, stay up to date with all BMW news. Now I'm going to hop behind the camera and let's get into the video. Okay, so let's start on the exterior. Let's work on the Dravit Gray M440i Gran Coupe. Now you will notice we do have the extra large grills just like on the normal 4 Series. Now interesting thing about the grills, you are getting standard, well not standard, but part of the individual package is going to be the parking assistant with surround view. So you get a front camera here. Compared to the last generation 4 Series, used to have a camera on either side in front of the wheels on the bumpers. Now you have them on either camera, or I mean, you have a camera on either mirror, and you have one at the front. This is really good for giving you a fisheye lens at the front for when you're trying to come out of a blocked traffic. You can see up and down the roadway, see if anything's coming. You're also going to have active air vents. You can see the slats here are going to open up when the vehicle needs cooling, and then down below it looks like we also have another set of active air flats. It's hard to tell if they're actually active. I've only seen them open, but you can kind of see there's like a swivel point in here. It makes it look like these flaps at the bottom, these 3, 4, would open and close, but it's hard to say since I've only ever seen them open. Now you can see on the right side the mounting point for the radar sensor for active stop and go cruise control. If the vehicle did have it, that's where it would pop up. And then you have your redesigned air intakes on the side with small radiators on either side, and then the wheel cooling. Adaptive LED headlights are now standard, with the laser light headlights being the upgrade. Unique reinterpretation of the halo where it's kind of cut out and it's just along the bottom. He's been going that way for a little bit. This car would look extra aggressive with an extra splitter right below the bumper. coming around to the side, one thing I did notice is the M440 Gran Coupe is now getting the M mirror cap. So for 2022, BMW moved over the new M240i that's coming in, as well as the X3 and X4 M40i's now have the M mirror caps, and it looks like the Gran Coupe is getting that. Although on the normal coupe, you still have the regular mirrors instead of these M mirrors. The M mirrors basically have this extra little winglet here coming off of the mirror top, make it a more of an aggressive look. Coming along to the side, you have this unique air vent that's unique to the Gran Coupe variant. I also saw it on the i4 as well, because the i4 shares the same chassis, just with an electric power plant. You get an extra air breather here. I'm trying to see. Yeah, so it is an active air vent. I can push my fingers up into that. And then the stripe comes along the bottom, which is pretty unique. I kind of like it. A little bit like a wing along the bottom. These are the individual wheels. First time I've seen these on any BMW. They're a 20-inch wheel wrapped around with Goodyear tires. What the tire size we're working with on the front here. So it looks like two 45, 35, 20 wheels, and then also standard with the blue M Sport brakes. Not going to be able to see any of these with the red brakes. It's not an option. All of them are standard with the blue M Sport brakes. Another thing I noticed about the wheel is that each one of these is like a plastic, like aluminum, and then like a plastic cup for like aerodynamics. So it's actually going to help you save fuel, gives it a pretty cool look. But yeah, it's interesting to note that it's not pure alloy and there's some plastic into the wheel. Another camera on the side of the mirror cap there. And then another thing, new door handles compared to the normal 4 Series or any other vehicle. So these are also going to be on the new M240i and the M440 Gran Coupe. Share these same flush door handles. You still have your comfort door access. Gives me E36 vibes when you had to pull up from the bottom. Ever since the E46 and 4, they've always gone to the normal one where you can get your hand on the top and pull. Now, flat, flush along the door body. I think it's a good look for the vehicle. It's not sticking out, it's very flush. At the back of the vehicle, same wheels, still 20-inch, a little wider, 255/35 instead of 245. So just a little bit wider on the back. And you can see it comes sloping down. That difference for the Gran Coupe compared to the Coupe. Another thing I noticed different is the antenna. It's no longer like the normal shark fin. It's kind of been cut down, squared off. Now you have 2 edges instead of just a 1 point. So a new redesigned shark fin for the antenna. Coming around to the back, in Canada, xDrive is a standard feature for us, all of them in cerium gray. It looks like this one's also packaged with the high gloss black exterior content. We have the black grille, the black mirror caps, and the black tailpipes at the back with the rear diffuser. Now one thing you'll notice is that the exhaust is not actually attached to the last tailpipe, and the tailpipe is built into the bumper. I'm not a huge fan of that, but it is what it is. Another thing I noticed is the rear view camera is part of the BMW emblem, which carries over on all the other 4 Series. Let's take a look at the trunk space. People love the Gran Coupe because it's easy to get a lot of things into the trunk. The whole top comes up, you know, hockey bags, you're not jamming it in there. Lots of space to work with, a lot more trunk space than in the Coupe. Now I did read from the last year's or the last generation Gran Coupe, it's the same amount of trunk space. If actually it's a little bit less trunk space than last year's, but you're getting more legroom in the passenger row. With the storage compartment package, you're getting a net and storage down there. On the left side, you have your tire repair kit, because none of these come standard with run flats. They're all non-run flats with the Goodyear tires. And then no extra storage down below. That's just cut off. Your privacy covers can come out just by clicking up like that. And they come off. Nice and easy. And go back into place nice and easy. The privacy cover up here can also come off, and then you get a little bit of extra room if you need to really pack the car in. You can have 2 buttons at the top, one for just closing it, one for closing and locking. If you'd grab the last grocery out of the bag and it was time to lock the vehicle. Now let's take a look on the inside. So this Dravit gray exterior is paired with the Tacora red interior, and I'll show you on the white one what the black interior looks like. But Red Tacora interior. Harman Kardon is part of the package as well. Same with the seatbelts with the tricolor stitching along the seatbelts as well. In the back seat, all of your headrests do move up and down as well as fold into place. So you can fold them down like that. You also have the load through system for the 20 split. Comes down, 2 cup holders. Pull the lever up here for the 60 split. And the other one will do the 40. Looks like extra speakers up right by the headrest, by the little corner window at the back. Ambient lighting is part of the package as well as rear heated seats, rear climate control, and 2 USB-C ports. So storage nets on the back of the seats as well, part of that storage compartment package. Take a look at the window, frameless window on the Gran Coupe. Move into the front. Another thing that's standard now, blind spot monitoring, auto dimming mirrors, as well as these mirrors are heated for the wintertime. So all that ice melts off right away. Part of the package is also the galvanic controls here. So they're silver instead of being black like the trunk release button. They match the door handle, everything up here. That's the galvanic controls. Your seat save buttons are now on the door instead of on the seat. So that's a change from the last generation. Last generation would have had the seat saves right on the seat down there. Door sills for when you're entering in. Aluminum pedals. A little extra storage compartment right here. New light switch. So instead of being a dial, it's just buttons. Live Cockpit Professional is part of the package as well. So you have the full digital gauge cluster. Start up. Comfort mode, eco mode, sport mode. You also have your map displayed in the center, M440 at the top, little tricolor M's down there, fuel gauge, temperature gauge. You're also going to have head-up display is now part of that package as well, and the head-up display is better than the last generation with redesigned display screen. It's flashing only because of the camera. Your eyes, it's not actually flashing, it's solid. Gives you warning lights, traffic, everything you want. You can customize what goes up there and what doesn't. M Sport steering wheel is going to be standard for this vehicle with the M Sport package. And then you also have your BC, so you can cycle through the widgets on the right of the screen here. Your horsepower, G-force meter, everything is displayed easily. And you have the automatic high beams with the adaptive LED headlights. Cruise control is still on the left, paddle shifters, and your infotainment system on the right. One nice thing they added from last year is the fact that you can go next song and you can just skip to the next song, which is a very nice feature. Your heated steering wheel button is now here, much more convenient instead of being back here. Your iDrive screen is more built into the dash. It doesn't just stick up like it was. The dash kind of slopes down for it and it's more in place than what it should be. I'm not going to go too in-depth on the iDrive system. I do have a video for that, so just click the link at the top of the screen if you want to know everything there is to know about the iDrive system. I'll just show you guys a little bit of the iDrive 7. Very updated compared to the last one. Ambient lighting, you can choose between a lot of different colors on the inside. Brightness, displays, driver's assistance. This is going to be a short key into your driver's assistance, so you can customize that individual, have them all on. Your LCD screen here for your climate control, dual on either side, and then heated seats, all your regular buttons. Your 1 through 8s that you can program into anything that you want. And carbon fiber trim is part of the individual package as well for the 440. So you get the carbon fiber trim up here and then the carbon fiber trim down here. Open this up. Wireless charging is part of the 440, which you don't find on any other cars this year because they're restricted to the factory. New iDrive controller, transmission controller, push button start is now down here compared to the last generation. And you have your auto hold, so no longer have a manual pull brake from last generation, and you have auto hold electronic parking brake, which is a very nice feature. Universal remote control is part of this package. Normally on other cars it's a standalone feature. Your sunroof is normally standard, and I believe it's 3 to 4 inches wider than on the last generation as well. Upgraded seats, the Tacora red seats, they fit much nicer, much larger Vernasca Leather is an upgrade over the Dakota leather. On the inside here, you get a USB-C port and a digital key card because you have the wireless charging tray and comfort door access. Now that's pretty much the whole highlights of the 440 Gran Coupe. Before I end the video, let's take a look at the white one so you can see the mineral white exterior. One thing that was harder to notice is the side skirt. So the side skirt stays like a matte black at the bottom. You don't really notice it on the Dravit gray because the car's already gray. It basically blends in at the bottom, where the white, it's noticeable and it sticks out. Let's take a look at the black interior with the blue contrast stitching. This is going to be one of my favorite interiors from BMW right now. I'm a black fan. I just like black interiors. The blue contrast stitching adds such a nice look to it. I love the little tricolors that you get built in right there. And there you have it. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this content. If you are in the Toronto marketplace, these ones are sold, but we do have a couple other units incoming. Now, if you are interested in getting into these vehicles, I would get into them as fast as possible. Production is very limited. They're only going to be producing these individual packages until the end of the year. After December production, I'm not sure what's going to happen. BMW hasn't updated us whether or not we're going to have normal 4 Series. If you are interested in the 430 Gran Coupe, just send me an email down below. I'll be sure to keep you up to date with all the news that I get. But if you are in Toronto and you want to purchase one of these 440 Gran Coupes, send me an email and I'll help you secure one of the incoming units that we have. We can even amend it to your color specs. If you want to add the laser lights or not, we can do that for you. Thank you guys so much. Make sure you smash the like button if you made it all the way to the end. Subscribe to the channel for more future BMW content, and I'll see you next time.